What up, it's your boy Dvrth back at it again with another video, and today we are here with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean episode 11. Last episode we got introduced to some new characters that are going to be helping us in our group. However, we also, in typical JoJo fashion, also ran into a new stand user that is going to try to hinder our progression. Didn't get much more information on like characters like Father Pucci and who I'm the most interested in right now. However, we did get a cool new addition in the way of Weather Report, who is extremely fucking strong, like quickly becoming one of my favorite stand powers, mostly because like Atmokinesis is one of my favorite powers in general, but quickly became one of my favorite stand powers. Still a little sus to me, because like in my mind that's a really strong stand. Why would you want him on your team? But like I said, as of right now, he's on our team, and I'm appreciating every second that he is. I think we're now heading to the courtyard, which is where we need to be. I believe we're gonna have like somebody chilling there waiting for us to hand off the disc. However, I highly doubt, and when I say I highly doubt, I mean like 99% sure some bullshit is gonna happen as soon as we get there. Maybe Father Pucci's there or something. I don't think he would reveal his cards that quickly though. Who knows? We're gonna hop straight into it. Hopefully, I'm really excited to get more Father Pucci. I really want to get more Father Pucci. I get where we're at in the story, but I'm really just very antsy about getting more information on him. So we're gonna hop straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media. Links gonna be in the description below, or you could just comment. That's cool too. And if you want these episodes early, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Links gonna be in the description for that as well. We're getting close to finishing this section of Stone Ocean, and I'm scared. But yeah, other than that, let's get our headphones, make sure that they're on. Them bitches is on, and let's just get into it. Also, somebody explained to me that Savage Garden is they were the ED for part 4. Which, that's why it sounded so familiar. They're the ED for part 4. At some point, I need to, like, rank which one of the OPs are, like, my favorite. And, like, I think it's rather easy to pick, like, which one's my absolute favorite. I think most people know which one's my absolute favorite. But one of these days, I'm going to take the time to actually, like, sit down and be like, what is my favorite OPs from this show? Okay. Did somebody tamper with it? Or oh, yep. Oh, he just track he's perceptive. No. I mean, of course he is. He's a fucking JoJo villain. He's very perceptive. I mean, they're weightless right now. So what? Right. Your blood, oh my god. Yeah, your circulation doesn't actually work against gravity. It works with it, so what the fuck? What the fuck? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. Oh shit. Suffocation is around. Yeah, your bodies are gonna boil to death in a vacuum. Yep. Oh, God damn it, no! This is so bad. This is so bad. I freaking forgot that your blood boils in a vacuum. That isn't even the biggest. Suffocation isn't even the biggest problem. Fuck. What the fuck? Oh, he is really fucking good with that. Like I said, there's a plethora of things that you could get done with atmoskinesis. And for him to be able to utilize oxygen. Listen, my thing is that I've never, as many times as I've seen people with this kind of power, I've never seen people actually use atmoskinesis for what it's actually supposed to be used for. You might be one of the most useful teammates that we have ever had in like a JoJo group, and that's why I'm afraid of you turning, because you're way too useful. Good question. Oh, it's the range of his. Good job. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's get the fuck out of here, please. Oh my God, that's useful. Jesus Christ. You can stitch your own wounds? Ooh. Okay. God, that fucking wrist gun is so annoying. God damn it. What? The fuck's in the barrel? Oh my God. Yeah, he pressurized. No. He turned the green barrel into a red barrel. No. Oh, son of a bitch. Come on, dog. Bro. I'm gonna keep it 55th Street with you. You better not fucking die. Useful ass nigga. Ah! No! Oh. Oh shit. Please. Bro, you a bitch. I hope you know that. You a bitch. You a bitch. Your mama a bitch. Your daddy a bitch. Oh, fuck. No! Oh. Oh, fuck. God, that's a useful stand. That's such a useful stand. Oh my God. She caught that shit. Oh, she strung it. And if you're outside of it, that means you can't be inside of it. Get your ass in here, buddy. Yep, if you're outside of it, it means you can't be inside of it. I hate this guy. Oh my fucking God. Jesus. Oh. Hello? Hello? Okay, I was about to say, please. Nice. He's there. He's back. Okay. What? Weather report. No. Bitch. Blow up for me. Bitch. Oh. Oh. Bitch. bitch ass nigga. That's what you fucking get. Look at your dumb stupid ass. Look at your dumb stupid. And my nigga weather report better be good when we get back in here, or I swear to God, I'm beating your ass again. Give me that disc. Give me my goddamn disc. All right. Oh God, you big hurt, dog. We need you. You big hurt. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit. No. 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 Yes, Netflix, I want to watch the credits. Jesus fucking Christ. No, bro. No. Man, I didn't expect us to run into my dog that quickly. That's fuck. God damn it. Okay. All right, we can make this work. Maybe we don't have to fight. You know what? You know what? We don't have to fight. We don't have to fight. We don't have to fight. Hope not, because I like the OP and the ED. Okay. So, alright. Great fight. Very, very tense. I was, for a second there, if he would have killed Weather Report, boy, I would have gotten to the anime myself and beat his ass, because that's my dog right now. I ain't about to lie to you. That's my dog, whether he's sus or not. That's my dog right now. Now, like I said, great fight. I'm glad to talk about Weather Report a little bit more. I'm glad that he's one of the most useful teammates. He's one of the most useful people we've ever had in a JoJo group, and it's mostly because of his ability, but like I said during the reaction, he is one of the very few people with Atmos Kinesis who uses it the way that it's supposed to be used. It's in the fucking name. You affect the atmosphere with your mind. Yes, that means that you can create storms and lightning and aerodynamic friction and all that other stuff, rain, whatever, tornadoes, clouds, all that other stuff. But he is the first one, I think, that uses his power the way that at least me personally, I would use that power. Yeah, of course, I would love to throw lightning bolts and shit. I'm gonna have that in my arsenal, no shit. Yeah, I would love to create fire out of thin air and in weird, air friction. Of course I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna have that in my arsenal. Of course I am. Of course I want to have tornadoes in my arsenal. Of course I do. But god damn it, there are things in the most useful, I guess the most useful things that you can do with a power like that. Anytime somebody has that power, it's never done. I'm like, dude, you could make your own little bubble of breathable air. It's just so many things. It's so many things you could do with that power. Like I said in the last discussion, that power is basically the amalgamation of every other one note. I control fire, I control water, power, just rolled up into one. So the amount of things that you could do is insane, which once again scares me because he's sus. He's sus as fuck. He is sus as fuck. Cause and I may be wrong, you know, I may be worrying for no reason. But the thing is that he doesn't have his memories, dude. Like, think about it. He doesn't have his memories. He's powerful as fuck. So why the fuck? Why the fuck would Father Poochie pass up on somebody like Weather Report? Now, granted, he had his powers since he was born, so it's a little bit different for him. You know, now if we were to, if it was like, oh hey man, he was given his powers just like everybody else, I'd be like, oh no doubt he's flipping, right? But since he had his powers from birth, I don't think he would flip. But damn it, that's a powerful ass ability. And if you don't, like, I can just see a future with him regaining his memories and being like, oh right, I'm not fucking with y'all. God damn it, you're useful. But yeah, that's the only reason I think that he would flip, mostly because 1, he's powerful, 2, he doesn't have his memories, and 3, they hit him, which is more of a meta. This is more of me metagaming the show, which is something I always say I don't exactly like doing, but when sometimes it's in your face and I have to point it out. They hit him. You know, Jolene said it was because his wounds are the most severe. Hide instead of, you know, actually continuing on with me because you need to chill. But in the meta aspect, you hit him, Father Poochie can't see him, he can't be like, oh, this chick right here seems to be a problem. Let me give you your memories back, and then you'll fight with me and you'll get her gone. That would be game ending pretty much. So to hide him for at least the story, I think would be a good idea, to not break the game right here. But to get a little bit more into the episode and like where this is, or not where this is going, but like what we seen in the episode. Like I said, great fight, you know, seeing seeing the different moving parts is always always the fun of JoJo fights. I always say this, like, to see who plans around the plan that plans around the plan that they've planned is always the fun of JoJo fights, which is the 400 IQ, you know, the 400 IQ plays, which was mostly what this fight was about, what this episode was about, was just the fight. And I love that because, like I said, love the fights. So if you give me an episode that's basically a 90% fight, I'm all for it. However, I didn't expect us to run into Poochie this fast. Now I get it. This is episode 11. You know, we're about to head to the end of, is this going to be, I don't know if this is going to be like a half of, I don't know how they're doing this release. I hate this release. I hate the way they release this. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't hate it, but I'd rather it be week to week. That's nothing against the anime though. That's just that's just distribution. We can blame distribution for that, not the anime. But we're getting towards the end of this core, and it's not super crazy that we would cross paths with Poochie. Of course, I don't think we're gonna fight. I was initially afraid of a fight. I was like, I don't know exactly what like, we've seen Poochie use his stand, but we haven't seen Father Poochie use his stand. So I was initially afraid of a fight because a lot of ideas were running through my head. I was like, what if he finds Weather Report, gets him on his side, and then we have to fight Poochie and what's his name? Weather Report. And you know, I was like, oh shit. But then it came to mind like, we don't have to fight. So far, Poochie has done a lot of expositing. And I think this would be a good time for us to have a talk with Father Poochie. That's what I'm looking for here, is to have a talk with him. Reason being is like I said, yes, he does a lot of expositing, but in the beginning of this part, Jotaro made it a very clear point that the reason why people come after Joestars is pretty much because of Dio. Like Dio's roots run very deep in the world. It pretty much is a joke of a meme now that we just don't get rid of him. Like he's dead and we still don't get rid of him. It doesn't matter how he's still in the story, he will always be in the story. And this is no different. Like I said, Jotaro made it a very clear point that Dio has influenced a lot of people to do a lot of questionable and bad things in the name of him. And I don't see Poochie being any different. So when I say that I want a talk in this next episode, or if not the next episode, maybe in the beginning of this next core, I want to hear what kind of impression did Dio leave on Father Poochie. You know, what kind of conversations did they have? I don't really know how old Father Poochie is. And you know, it's very hard to gauge how old anybody is in this show because everybody's buff and good looking and handsome, you know, or the you know, the men is buff and handsome and the women are stacked and ever more beautiful. It's just, you really don't know how old anybody is, right? But I'm going to assume that in some way, shape, or form, Dio has had some type of impression on him. I don't know what kind of impression he had on Poochie. It could be as a mentor. Hell, we never really knew. I don't think Dio was just fucking with girls. He may have been, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, do what you do, Dio. He was a beautiful man. You know what I'm saying? He was a beautiful man. He give some dudes too. Maybe it was in that way. I don't know. The point is that he has had conversations. He has had some type of information or ideals passed along to Poochie from Dio. And in this next episode, I'm hoping that we can not sit down and have a leisurely chat, but exposit to each other about why he thinks the way that he thinks. And it's because Dio himself, in a way, was almost like the ideal person for Poochie. In the last episode, we heard Poochie's ideals of that people should strive to get closer to heaven. Dio, in a way, was doing that, right? Dio spent a lot of his life transcending, to the point of casting out his humanity. In a way, Dio did die. I mean, yeah, he became an undead. Like, Dio died to transcend. And that sounds a lot like, I mean, it's in his name. He's God. And Father Pucci being a man of faith and a man of very devout to the point of almost insanity faith, I wouldn't put it past him that he would look at Dio in admiration of somebody that was he was doing it. You know, Father Pucci is saying it, and he, you know, that's his belief, and maybe that belief came from Dio, out of anybody. I don't know if that's a belief that came from Dio, or if that's just Father Pucci's belief that that's what people should do. But the point being that Dio, in name and in personality, body, and everything, I would assume that he was perfection to Pucci. I don't know how close their correspondence was. You know, I don't know if it was, you know, through messenger pigeon or email or, you know, whatever. However they you know, just fireside chats. I don't know how they talk to each other, but if, you know, if they did, then I would assume that Pucci had seen enough and heard enough from him to be like, that's my God. You know, that is the closest thing to it. And what comes out of that conversation is up in the air. I honestly couldn't tell you, mostly because it all depends on how Jolene reacts. And when I say it all depends on how Jolene reacts, in a way I almost feel like it doesn't matter, because of how Joestars work, which sounds weird, but how Joestars work, they're not only are they within contention of, you know, Dio's ideals and stuff like that, but Joestars tend to sometimes actively rebel against fate. Either that, or they actively alter the fate that other people thought that they had. Dio, you know, thought that it was fated that he was going to be this all-powerful God amongst men. Got dirted. You know, Kira, his whole thing was that he was too good to lose. You know, he wanted a normal life, but he knew he was too good to lose. He was fated to always win. In a lot of conversations with Kira, he was always saying that it's gonna work out for me. I know it is. You know, and look what happened to him, because he ran into a Joestar. And, you know, so on and so forth. Diavolo, you know, it doesn't matter who you bring up, right? They always run into a Joestar, and their fate is actively changed, or at least the fate that they thought they would have is actively changed because of their run-in with that Joestar. So when it comes to Pucci having this conversation, having this ideal of people should get to that end point, like we talked about, get to that end point. People should pretty much get to that end point to know their fate and transcend into heaven, right? Which is the idea of getting. We're not going to get on that conversation again, because that's a long and convoluted theory on the end of times and stuff like that. So we can't really have that conversation again without having this video be well over an hour. And I always say I'm trying my best to not talk as much in my videos, but damn it never works, so I pretty much give up. But if his idea is for people to stay on that track, but find ways to speed up that process, if fate is like a railroad track And he's like, okay, that's cool, but humans should find a way to just like speed that up and get to the end point, and you know, all that shit. Which, like I said, is pretty much this, like the idea of knowing your fate is not natural. But it also seems like an ideal that a Joestar would actively try to change. So like I said, this is all just to say that what comes out of this conversation is very dependent on Jolene, her being the only Joestar, the only active Joestar here right now. Could you real quick? Could you imagine Giorno in this bitch? Nigga, that would be hard. But yeah, it depends on that. I'm not sure what, you know, what she says, but I can almost guarantee what Poochie talks about is going to be exposition on either why he follows the idea of Dio, or why he admires him, or something to that effect. I always felt like ever since we, not even since we, before we got to know Father Poochie, I knew that Whitesnake had to have been influenced by Dio in some way, because he doesn't go anywhere. Dio's always here, right? So there has to be an exposition on like, and I met Dio and he was great, and man, I wanted to suck his cock, and you know, it has to be something like that, right? Like I say, I don't know their relationship. It could be mentor, they could be actual like partners, you know. But hey, man, that's what I expect out of this next episode. Now, real quick to talk about the bigger picture a little bit. I'm still on my I don't think that he'll reveal his like plan. Maybe he will. I don't know. I don't think he will reveal his plan right here in this next episode. I think, like, on the subject of the bigger picture, it's not so much of like how I understand the bigger picture, because like how I understand the bigger picture of his plan is all just conjecture and theory. But where we haven't gotten yet is him actually in the story saying, this is what I want to do, this is what I expect to achieve out of it, and this is why I'm right. So that's what I'm looking for as of now. Confirmation on what exactly he's trying to do. Like we've heard him like exposit about different stuff, but now we need confirmation. So I'm just excited to see what happens this next episode. This is going to be the last one for a while, because, you know, of the way it's being distributed, which sucks, but hey, whatever, you know, what can you do? Try my best to like slowly get through this, just to enjoy everything, but it's coming up to an end, for now at least. So excited to get into the next one, and in the same breath, not excited to get into the next one. So we'll see what happens. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or something totally different, the best place in that end is always my social media. Link's going to be in the description below. If you want these episodes early, subscribe to my Patreon. Link's going to be in the description for that as well. So, with all that being said, get my off button ready. There it is. Y'all, stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.